sometimes I feel like one of the only people, at least that's in his 30s, that just loves the AC. Like I understand I'm in Chicago. I'm not in Arizona or Texas, Vegas, where it's like a necessity. But to me, it's a necessity here. I don't understand how people be so like they're just so against it. Like, oh, it ruins the car, which maybe it is partly not the best for the car. Like I've definitely have a company vehicle before for years. I ran that AC, had no major problems. So it's like I don't. I see the value in it. I feel like I did my job even better with AC rather than just being all sticky, feeling like I need to clean myself up at every stop I was gonna do. But I remember I was taking my trip to South Carolina, and when we're driving there, dude just wanted the windows down the whole time, and he was talking about, oh no, like we're gonna waste our gas if we use the AC. I'm just thinking, oh my god, like get me out of this car right now. I'm like, how do people do that shit? So right then and there, like I started like feeling some type of way. I started like researching it because I've done that in the past. I'm like, man, how much does it really waste? And I looked it up, and they said it's possible, like it could waste a little bit, but when you actually have all your windows down, you are spending more gas too, because it's not as aerodynamic. You are slowing your vehicle down with all the windows down, so you usually got to accelerate a little more to compensate for that. I feel like maybe this will help with the lighting. Nah, I feel like it kind of helped. So that's just me, man. I don't understand how people be like fighting it. They'd be like, "Oh no, you don't want to like use it." I'm like telling people, "Oh, I gotta put some like AC charge in the car," and they're like, "Yeah, but you don't want to have to use it." Like, of course I don't want to have to use the AC, but I'm definitely gonna use it. I People would be 90 degrees outside, and people would be like, "No, I don't want to use my gas." Like we are driving on the expressway. Sometimes you're sitting in traffic, and Buddy does not want the AC on. It's like it's not like we going 70 miles an hour and you can feel that hitting your hair. Like I don't know, that's just me. Like don't invite me anywhere if you do not have AC in your car. If you do not want, especially if you don't want to use the AC. I feel bad people that don't have AC in their car, but for the people that have crisp cold AC, but they just want to hold out, I don't know, that should be having me on some type of way. I'm like, do not. Like, I wish I knew before we went on the road trip that Buddy was not trying to use the AC the whole time. Yo, what's up? How, yeah, where you're at, do you need AC like we do? Shoot, I live off AC personally. Sorry, my daughter's texting me. But this was like a debate I was getting with because I feel like everybody in their mid 30s and older wanted to debate me on that. I'm 31, and I'll tell you, I've been paying my electricity bill in my crib since I was 18, 18-ish, 18 and a half, 19, something like that when I moved out. And ever since I've got my own place, always using the AC. I mean, we're talking about driving, but I'm just saying, man, like once you paying your own bills, like you got to be comfortable. Like you got to enjoy that shit. Like I'm spending all my money on this crib. I'm going to use this crib and enjoy that shit for the whole 28 to 31 days that we got here. That's just shit paid for. But I don't know. It just be funny to me. Like I don't know if that's something that like everyday life you guys have to deal with, but I feel like I'm always having to debate people with the AC. Like we'd be in the car, and I always try to be respectful. Like I'm never trying to like I never get in someone's car and like put their AC on. But when it's like legit hot and you're back sweating, you kind of got yourself all together and you feel like you just sweating crazy. Yeah, man, it definitely starts stinging when you pay in your own bills. My actually, well, so I went from using the AC units to Central Air. Central Air is amazing. And I remember a family member told me, they're like, man, like you're gonna use so much money when you have Central Air. I actually felt like Central Air was cheaper. I think it depends if you have like older houses and stuff like that. But I had a 3-story house, basement we tried to not have, but just first floor and second floor. And man, I'll run that. But at the same time, like, see, the kids, they'll run the AC so cold that they want to turn the heat on after. And that, now that blows me. That grinds my gears, like, without a doubt. Because why are you making it so cold that you can't tolerate it? But for when you actually just hot, you sticky. Like if I don't get my sleep, worse things are gonna happen. Like I need that cold AC hitting, whether it's a house, whether it's a car. But that's funny. It definitely leaves charging more. But that's different though. I feel like that's debatable. Not wanting to run your AC up in the crib, I could understand and respect that way more than someone that won't use their AC in their car. Just that is my personal debate because I'm not sure if you're here for that, but so many people will debate and say like, no, you're wasting more gas. I'm over hour. Okay. The guy that's supposed to help me with my AC just hit me up. But like the people that will actually yeah, they like just don't want to use AC, like, oh no, it's gonna use gas, we need to save all the gas we have, which don't get me wrong, that shit expensive as hell right now, shit like $5 a gallon, sometimes more or less. So I understand that, but it doesn't save like what people really think it saves. I feel like a lot of people think it does not. Send me something. Please send me a link. I'm not even trying to like fight you on it. Please send it to me though, because I've tried to look it up a lot, and I feel like it's a lot of trust me bros than there are of actual like links. So I'm not even trying to like be disrespectful and like call shit out and shit, but please send me a link because I was actually getting in this whole like I don't know. I would say rabbit hole, but it's not even a rabbit hole. It kind of seemed cut and dry. But this is the debate because when I was actually reading about it, they said one of the things that also uses more gas is when you have all your windows down. So when you're not aerodynamic, you got all your windows down and you're driving, your car is moving slower. So you have to accelerate more and give it more gas for you to go. So tell me what you think about that then, because you actually having to accelerate more is going to put more stress on in the engine as well, and you're going to use more gas. My bad, I'm like reading. Well, I don't know where some of you guys came in that you all don't understand, but I have ADHD, a little autism to me and stuff like that. Laughing but serious. So my fault if I jumped over from this car AC to house AC a lot. But I'll definitely debate y'all if y'all wanna. Mythbusters did this shit years ago. All right, Mythbusters did this shit years ago. What did they say? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I gotta get checked to really see because when you're actually an adult, there's way more testing. When you're a kid in school, but the thing is, like, my genetics are pretty strong, and my one of my kids and I, we are very similar. And like, I don't want to put them on blast, but they have ADHD, they have autism, they have dyslexia, and I feel like everything that they've have, I have. So that's why I'll say it too, because I feel like people have always said certain things. I don't catch on to certain things, certain social cues, but also I'll be all over the place. So I mean, it's all love. Like, I'm not trying to use it as like an excuse, but I feel y'all with that too. Wait, I have to do grounding exercise every 10 minutes. I have OCD, way worse. Oh yeah, hey, you want to come to my crib for a little bit with that OCD? You can meet the ADD. Now, actually, I moved to a new place, and we've actually been really good at keeping up. It really helps to have places for everything, storage, containers. Our fridge has spots for the pop, spots for the or everything else, the foods, and that have helped so much because I learned with ADHD a system. When I actually like have a system how I'm gonna do my morning when I go to work and stuff like that, I have like a schedule for myself. It helps so much better to do my everyday rather than just waking up. Okay, what do I have to do? When you're thinking of everything, get home, what should I do? Like for people like us, I'm telling y'all, get on some type of program, even if you make something for yourself. That's the best way. And a big thing with people that I do laps, that's awesome. I mean, at least it sounds like y'all at least like working out and stuff. Me, I sometimes be ADHD, but so lazy I don't even want to move. Like, I feel like that's like the worst feeling when you feel like when you're bouncing off the walls, but you're actually just like standing there, laying the. Sorry, when you're not even moving and you feel like you can't stop moving. I, but Speaking of which, I got completely thrown off on what I was saying. But if that person still hear what they said about the Mythbusters, that they did a thing on it, I feel like I've heard of that, and I thought they said it was a myth about the AC wasting gas. But if I'm wrong, please let me know. Wait, can I add? Can I add a question? Ah, okay. Look, this is what I'm gonna add. All right. All right. Does using the car AC waste gas? So maybe when people come in, that they can immediately know that that's what wants to be debated. See, the only thing is when it constantly goes up and down from people, like I don't know who stayed in. So it's like I'm not sure who I'm commenting on some things. All right. I think that's pretty much coming to an end. So I'm gonna look it up about that AC thing, and I'm gonna make a video on my own page, and I'll post it because I want to see what if I have any like real opinions. But right now I'm gonna look at the comments since no one's in here right now. Anyways, perfect time for me to catch up. But just yeah, just things you start paying your own bills. Use AC, a lot of gas. It does. The engine has to work more, not word. You said word more to turn on the compressor. See, but like, okay, if it but everything makes the car work more though. So it's like working more. Is it really putting a strain on your engine that you're not going to be able to make up for it? Like, are you wearing out the engine faster? Are you using a little more gas like right when you turn it on, but then it's not going to keep spending gas. It's just like when you first turn it on and it kicks on. So I feel like that's a big debate when people's like, oh well, when you use the AC, that you got when you, it has the compressor like work more, but how does that keep wasting gas throughout though? Just especially if you have all your windows up, the car's more aerodynamic and you're kind of flowing, rather than all your windows down and you actually got to accelerate a little more just so you could push through everything and go at the speed you want to go at. Yeah, no, the worst thing is definitely trying to hit your comfort spot. I'm the horrible at that, but I've always been a very hot person. I can't regulate my temperature. And this like past year, ever since I'm getting older, apparently, I get cold a lot, and I think that's because I also have low iron. So imagine being like me in the sense of you start getting really hot, especially where you have like clothes on. You start profusely sweating. Sometimes the point you feel like you're literally gonna catch on fire. Like I was it like Johnny Blaze. Like that's how I feel like sometimes. Like I'm gonna catch on fire. And then as soon as I like regulate my temperature, I'll be normal for like 5 seconds, and then I'll start like shaking and getting really cold. And then from there, I'll start like balancing back out. We'll say with that. Someone said they didn't understand. Yes, I don't understand either. Okay, the Mistbuster person with windows open, that's when you're going really fast. With windows open, that's when you're going really fast. Well, that's a comment. I mean, what? I kind of don't understand them saying that. I mean, if the windows are open, you are accelerating more, so you're using more gas when your windows are down. As an open, I assume you mean down. Actually, so I personally, I think if you're really trying to care about your AC, don't use the AC and have your windows all the way up and try to hit streets and roads that you're not going to keep stopping, and you can just have a nice flow and you're not going to keep using your brakes or having to accelerate too much. I mean, if you're really worried about spending gas, not using AC, I feel like that's the way you would have to do it. But I feel like that would be even just way hotter. But if it's a good enough temperature outside, I think that would be the best way to go. But I think we're debating if you're going 40 miles an hour, AC or windows down and no AC. I'm gonna pick AC. You know, but I can understand that. But what if you're only going like 20 miles an hour and you're getting no breeze in there? I understand having the windows down, but like, is that really what people are doing out here? Y'all just sweating so hard trying to save every penny of gas? Like what's that those apps that you when you buy gas you can get money back? Like I think people need to start investing in those apps and start saving their receipts and try to get cash back so they can actually use the AC in their car instead of it being a debate that they can never use their AC. That's just me personally, because I'm going to use my AC, and I don't understand the people that are going to do a bunch of driving and they're not going to use their AC. But hey, if that's what you like, that's what you like. Personally, I'm not driving with you, and these people really like stand behind it and believe it though. Like I'll be in my own car with the AC and stuff, and they oh turn that off, save your gas. I'm like, don't get me wrong, like I need to save my gas, but I'm not turning it off. Like they just believe it so much. Like no, you're ruining it and wasting it. I'm just like I'm enjoying myself. Like you also not put sugar in your coffee or a creamer or anything. Like you just not love yourself. Like I'm going to use my AC. But I actually would love to to know if this is actually a true thing. I feel like it's not. I feel like if you do waste any gas using your AC, that it's not going to be by much. If anything, like maybe at first when you use it, because you got everything working like a little extra hard. My little sister was killed by a distracted driver last. Hey, I'm actually not even driving. If that's why you're saying that, just so you know, if you're thinking like I'm holding my phone driving, I'm not driving. But I'm really sorry to hear about that. Like that's horrible, and I wish I had something positive motivated to tell you, but you really just got to take it day by day. And I don't know what you're going through. I'm not gonna act like I do. I just much love, and like please like reach out and talk to people if you need to. Like don't take this all by yourself. Like open up. Like you're doing a great thing just by talking about it although now. But talk to some other people, talk to professionals, talk to people in your family. Just make sure you can uh, cope. Because I'm gonna be honest, like my best friend died a couple years ago. It was stuff like with organ failure and stuff like that, and he went from seeming normal and healthy to just not even looking the same. He was so lacking nutrition and stuff like that. If anybody has seen somebody that slowly like just died, it's really sad. Like anytime I really think about him, I still cry. Like honestly talking about right now, like I'm tearing up because just even like seeing him in that state was just very hard on me. And then like I'm Bali, the nurses are all telling me he's gonna be okay and all that stuff. Oh, what's up? Hello from Serbia. Hey, I I wish you guys much love over there, and yeah, I don't know what to say, man. I'm wishing everybody in the Middle East, everybody over there, just much love, and I just hope anybody over there can just see another day and can live the best life they can. I wasn't sure if I thought that was like a flat face at first. I wasn't sure if it was smiley. Um, but I going back, yeah, that's kind of what I thought about too. It says Syria. So yeah, much love and respect, man, for being over there. Or lady, I guess you can't see your picture. Um, let's talk about how birds aren't real; they're spies. Man, you know what? Ever since I moved, I have a lot of pigeons by me. So if they are spies, I need to start catching these motherfuckers so they learn everything about me. That's for sure. They're like right next to our windows now, like 4 in the morning, 4 in the afternoon. I'm always just hearing them. Like I've never have dealt with pigeons and other birds like I have now, and I've only moved to the next neighborhood near me. So that's kind of funny you say that, because I feel like my whole house has been flocked by them, and I feel like I've only been posting about a bunch of like conspiracies and stuff like that too, especially with all the stuff with Israel. So I feel like the more I've been posting and stuff, the more birds I start seeing hanging around my house. Yeah, I think you're onto something. Crows are wild too. Crows are crazy. I wouldn't even mess with a crow. If a crow wanted my lunch money, I'd give it. Can't trust a single pigeon. I like crows. I actually like crows and pigeons. You know what? So I'm in recovery. I'm not, so just much love to anybody else doing it. For 2025 is mine, and I feel like ever since like being in recovery, I've just been having much of a heart, like a little more for people, for animals, and I've been really feeling for pigeons. I ain't gonna lie, because how many times you just see a bunch of pigeons picking around trying to find food, just damn near all day. I feel like they're just looking for food, and I feel like and some of these pigeons, I feel like they're not finding it. And then like the other day, I just found a dead pigeon just like laying there, and I felt so bad that I grabbed like traffic cones and I put them around the pigeon, hoping that like somebody would come and do something. But I guess that was somebody, but I didn't have like a box or a blanket or anything. So I really feel for pigeons, because we domesticated them a long time ago, and then as soon as they weren't convenient for us, we're not we, but as humans, as soon as they weren't convenient because we found another way how to use phones and shit, that we just ditched all the pigeons to the curb. So I feel for them. I honestly kind of do, but I've seen a picture of a pigeon that was like pulled back and it was like a little robotic or something, and I was like, oh my god. I'm like, they really sending drone pigeons out here. In recovery since 3/2021. Yeah, it's easy work. Hey, much love. I appreciate that. That's actually my daughter's birthday month. Now, you know what's crazy is I feel like I started around that time, but like probably a couple months after March, but it was in 2021 though. Carrier pigeons literally helped America run for a while. It was the best way to send a message hundreds of miles away. No, you're absolutely right. That's my biggest reason why I actually love pigeons. I mean, personally, I'm not a big fan of birds. I don't like things that can go over my head, because that's how you get shit on. But like, I feel like I love just all life in that sense. So I would, I'd rather feed a pigeon than rather than hurt it. For example, like I would never hurt. On my channel, wait, channel 1, I have swallow that made a nest in the attic. On my channel, you have a swallow that made a nest in your attic. I actually used to do pest control, so we don't do wildlife like birds and bats and stuff, but I've definitely have dealt with that, like being up in people's attics and you got like birds and bats flying around, and that should be kind of crazy and scary at the same time. So I wish you luck with that bird in your attic. It sounds like it's gonna be a big shit show. But I've had like raccoons under my crib and shit before. I remember telling my landlord, because there was like dirt and they like tunneled underneath, and my landlord was like, put a brick in the dirt. I was like, first they could just make a hole next to it. I'm like, second, why do I trap them in there? But that's landlords for you. Humans have a natural reaction to duck when birds fly over due to our ancestors having to worry about flying birds as predators. I mean, I duck when I go through a tunnel. I'll be driving through a tunnel and I'm like, oh, I was getting close. I better get lower. Like, you ever see something that you feel like is going to hit your windshield? Like, or something does hit your windshield and you're like flinching hard? You say you love animals, you have a fish, a dog, bird, someday you're going to have a big farm. Man, I would actually love to do some type of farm stuff. I actually would love to have some type of vegetable garden, get some potatoes and get some veggies in there, and a fruit tree. Yeah, like I'm down with that. Oh, and damn. Them chickens, yeah, eggs, man. When those prices go back up, you're gonna wish you had a bunch of chickens. So that's definitely something that I want. I don't like geese. I would chase when I was little. That's hilarious. I think I think if you had a good childhood, we were all chased when we were little by geese. And I wasn't even one of those motherfuckers that with those assholes that would run up scaring the geese. I was like minding my own business, and like geese would be chasing me. Feel like I thought it was like the Road Runner. I'd make like a game out of it. Probably had my car light on the whole time. So much go to start my car, it's gonna be dead. Yeah, you know what? Like my thing is, I love birds, but I wouldn't want a bird. First off, I don't want a pet that's gonna outlive me. People get these like pets and then they don't know what to do with them. Like, what are you gonna do with that turtle when you're like 70 years old and you can barely, pick up something off the floor, but you gotta go clean this turtle's cage and feed them and do all that kind of stuff. But honestly, I feel like especially a lot of people that got like some social problems and maybe got some little issues, having a pet is can really benefit. I feel like people like us. Like I got so I haven't had cats in a long time, and my fiance and I we got our first cat together. Well, our first pet together. I had a dog before her that I still have. My dog Bane. He's a Pity Lab mix, about 11 years old. Great boy. And we actually do walks together, and I use my gym belt for the walk. I have a whole thing going on with that. But man, I forgot how much I've loved cats. Like how women feel when they see a baby. That's like me when I see a cat. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, can I hold it? Can I pet it? And the answer is, oh, the cat always answers, and it's always a hell no. No, but like, I love my cats just so much. Just like I say, man, the ADHD, my autism, whatever, like the fur of my cats, oh my god, it's like a stress relief. And I'm older now, so it's like, man, I always like to think like I was probably good with my cats and my pets when I was younger, but I probably kind of wasn't. Like, definitely being an adult now, I try to be the best like owner I can, because to be honest, man, animals deserve it. Like, none of our animals really ask to deal with us. They just do, and God bless them. But yeah, I got my first black cat, and to be honest, like, I wouldn't necessarily pick all black fur as the color I would go for most animals. Like, my dog's black, and that's just that's the only option they kind of have, is that or gray or like a beige, whatever, that typical pit bull look. But I just wanted a dog, and they only had the black one, so I was like, all right, cool, and we became best friends. And then my girl hit somebody up that had cats because they had a bunch, and I guess it was a couple of colors. I didn't see any of them, and she asked, and they're like, oh no, all the cats are gone. And then the next day they hit her up like, hey, somehow we have one cat left. I guess we misplaced him or something or whatever. Like, they couldn't find him, so we didn't even know. We just like, oh, we'll take him. So we picked him up. Oh my god, just the cutest little black cat, man. Just getting into mischief as soon as we got him, though. He was all up in our car trying to wander around, but it was adorable. And then our second cat is Queso. So he's like almost like he's like 2-ish, but the owners weren't really trying to have him, and like we kind of overstepped taking him, and we were kind of like, man, like maybe we shouldn't have taken him on because his fur was so long. The kids started having allergies, and the girls having allergies. The fur's getting all over the place, and we're getting mixed. Like, man, we're gonna have to like give him up and stuff. But we were very like, the last thing we were gonna do was give the animal up. Like we've already took it into the home. Like, I just can't do that. Like, just to love, like, so I understand it's easy. Like, when shit's going wrong, the cat's pissing on things, and you're like, let's give this little thing up. But man, like, you guys really build a connection with them. They build a connection with you. And sometimes, like, you don't realize like how much your animals just love you. Like, seriously. And I feel like people, they just like miss that. Like, they don't understand. Like, you're your pet's world. Like, maybe they're part of your world just for like a little bit, but you are their whole world and probably their whole life. And to be honest, it's sad when they go through multiple owners and like that. So like, I just really feel for animals in that sense, and I would rather be the person that did everything I could to make sure that animal was a part of our family, rather than a few inconveniences pop by and then we just give them away. So I mean, since then I've got a cat shaver, shaved him down, and really no issues after that. Like he's an amazing cat. So it's like I'm just so happy that we didn't let the allergies get in the way. I looked at food that helps with allergies, and yeah, I just feel like that, man. I just so sad, like seeing animals given away. It's kind of like people, man, how they adopt kids and they just return the kid back. Like it's pretty wild, like how you could just do things like that. But then our second cat, so all the cats were black, like all black, and then it was either a black girl cat or boy cat. We already had boys, so we're like, all right, like we would want a boy. But like it's like now, man, I would have five all black cats. Like there's the most adorable thing to me because it's like I relate. Like I actually, my fiance and I, we tried rescuing a cat, and very sad. Honestly, that still brings me to tears. I tried my first rescue. We tried rescuing a cat. He wasn't moving that much. Once he was home, he started getting very lethargic. We drove like 45 minutes to a non-kill shelter to try to save him. Like he peed on me and everything, and honestly, I was like a little, of course, a little upset at first, but like I wasn't, because I'm like, man, all I wanted was that cat to live. Like I just feel like I was putting my whole life into trying to save that cat, for those couple hours. And then when we took him there and everything, and then we signed over, and like, oh yeah, all this is gonna be free. Sign him over. We keep him. And I'm like, okay, we couldn't afford it, and everybody said to go to this place. And then they told us they were gonna put him down. Oh, it broke my heart. Like I was bawling all over again. Like I bet people thought that was my cat, and they probably thought we were horrible owners. Like, oh, this is probably their cat, and they're just trying to get like a free service. Like, no, like he really wasn't our cat. Like we tried rescuing him, but I just feel like I put so much love and passion into trying to save that cat. He's an all black cat, remind me exactly like my boy Oliver. And when it just couldn't be done, like I was just so devastated. Like, they're like, oh, do you want to stay? I'm like, hell yeah, I'm staying with dude till the end. Like I stayed in there. Like I have some clothes. I'm actually like turning up a little bit. Man, he had his collar on him so tight that it made a ring around his neck. Like I actually still have his collar, but it's like it kind of made it so like we didn't want to try rescuing animals again. But I think it also put a little fire in me. Like, man, like I want to save animals more, more cats, more dogs. I was like, because of the first one that didn't make it. Like, I, it's a lot when you put your heart into something, and even above that, like when you truly think something's gonna work out or go a certain way and it doesn't, I feel like that is what becomes like very devastating. But like I said, I feel like a black animal is not typical. I feel like animals got such beautiful colors. It's like that's not color I would initially think about getting as an animal, But once you start having like different pets, and you got a black cat, you got this cat, that cat, you just start relating to it. Now every black cat I see my own cats, and it's like I just truly want to put like blood, sweat, and tears into trying to help these animals, like when it can. And I went on like this huge kind of animal rant. One of the reasons why I just kept going was I noticed the views just kept going. It'd be at like two for a while, three for a while, five, and then it'd go down, and then I'd be all right, I'm about to be done, and then it would shoot back up to like five, and then it would go up, but then it would go down. So that's why I feel like I don't know as soon as I change the subject, just stay on whatever I'm saying, since this will be saved for later. I'm gonna read some of these. I don't like geese. I don't like animals in the house. I don't like hair. Yeah, you don't like fur, but I understand what you're saying. No, and that was honestly the biggest issue I had with one of the cats we have now. It's the fur. He has such long fur that it just makes a mess, and it kind of gets all over the place. So that's why we really had to shave him and try giving him food that helps with allergies a little bit, because fur with animals is definitely one of the hardest things, especially when you have kids with allergies, a fiance with allergies, but you still want pets, you still have so much love to give and so much that you could kind of do for them. um But I can understand that not wanting the fur, and honestly, and that's fine. That's why you won't have animals. See, the problem is people will get the animal first and then be like, "Oh, I forgot I don't like fur," and then they'll just not want the cat anymore, put it outside, or give it to the first person they can. Like if you're just not ever gonna get animals, understandable. It's people that get animals and then they be like, I forgot about this. Now I don't want this animal anymore. Like that's what bothers me with people for sure. And honestly, like I forgot how much I love animals, how much especially love cats because I haven't had a cat in so long. And then when we got a cat again, oh my gosh, I just fell in love. Like I feel like I feel like men I don't usually get baby fever, but I definitely have get baby fever, and a cat's cured for sure. Like I am like a woman when I see a cat. Like, can I hold it? Yes. I like. Oh, if you ever need a night free, like I'll take him. And like I love the animals. It's also why I started a dog poop school business. I figured that was one of the reasons why I started is because I want to be able to start a company that I can help fund and give donations. So I want to try to give rescues and TNRs or donations throughout the business, and then hopefully as like we grow and stuff, I can make our own foundation, and then I want to be able to do stuff for kids, put special programs, classes that help them just be like decent adults. And I don't mean like just even like tutoring for math, which isn't a bad idea. Like for kids, I mean they need like basic life skills. Like they're gonna take it for a year. The first quarter, it's gonna be home ec. Second quarter, automotive. Yeah, third quarter, it's going to be just how to be a decent human being, and you're just gonna be put in a lot of situations and learn things. I forgot the name of the guy, but he does a lot of good stuff. I'm getting a message. Message went away. But much love everybody here. I gotta let y'all go. I gotta respond to something. But much love to everybody here. Be sure to follow if you liked anything, or just check me out, man. Honestly, I'll go live in the next day or two. I even go live later today if there's anything decent to talk about. Oh wait, they're gonna wait. What are they making? I'm gonna make us cheese, got like potatoes and broccoli beef for dinner. Ooh. Wait, I got some fire dinner my fiance's gonna make. I gotta respond back to her. Yes, please. All right. Make sure my girl's making some fire ass dinner, so I had to respond. Hey, the least we can do as men when you got food made for you is be appreciative, eat your food, clean up after yourself, and do what you gotta do. Because man, like when you have somebody a relationship you're with and they're taking care of you, make sure you're showing that you love them, but like, yeah, but also like you just value what they do for you. It's not like, oh, just thank you. It's like show thank you by not even just saying it. Eat your food, clean your plates, start giving her a little foot massage and see where it goes. Show that you care. Like, yeah, you maybe just work today, and I'm sure you're tired and stuff too. But they're going through their own things. You take care of them, they're going to take care of you in most situations. So that's just my advice with that. I'm just a middle-aged guy. What do I know? Well, I guess it's 30 middle age. I feel like people are like, no, that's 50. But are you really gonna live to be 100? I feel like 30 is like middle age because by the time I'm 60, I'm not sure how much stuff I'm really gonna be doing. Which is also crazy because that's when we're supposed to retire and have the time of our lives. But it's like, well, what am I gonna do when I can't even bend my knees? All right, for anybody that haven't been here though, this originally started off with me talking about does AC waste gas. So when you're driving, do you think using the AC is a waste of gas? I'm saying no. I'm saying that maybe that little bit that's gonna cost to use the AC extra, because maybe at first it does use a little bit extra because you are running it a little more, but because of your windows are up and you're going at a speed that works for you, I feel like you're gonna make up for it. I'm like burping and shit. Because when you have your windows down and you're driving, especially you're trying to drive fast, I feel like you're using more gas because your windows are down. You're not aerodynamic. So unless you're gonna have your windows up with no AC on, I feel like that would be the best way to do it then. Oh, I got a floss on y'all. My rad dad hat. Wait, check it. Oh shit, matching the shoes with the hat. Oh man, I'll forever be flossing shit I get from my kids. I actually wear backwards, but I had to show off that rad dad. But that's me, because I feel like I've been on road trips with people, and I don't find out until we're already out of Illinois that they don't believe in using the AC, and I'm just wondering, why am I like this? How do I get myself in these situations? Like why do I got friends that don't believe in ACs? Like, I'll use my own AC and they're like wondering why I'm using it. It's like, because I want to be comfortable and I love myself. Most of the time I love myself. Hey, much love though. If y'all here, try having a great day. Please let me know if any question, anything you want to add, put it here, because maybe I'll go live the next day or two, if not again later today. Or maybe when I start driving home, I'll go live a little bit. Much love for anybody in recovery or any parent out there, every step parent out there. Much love to all y'all. Just keep staying on track. Repetition is key. Just keep doing it. Eventually it's going to get better. That's how I become good at anything. You just keep doing it. And I'm just trying to work on being the best dad I possibly can, the best future husband I possibly can, and just the best me. I took on a new job, and I went into the job like, I'm gonna try to move up at this place. Like, I'm not gonna try to make it as easy as my health. I want simple. I don't need easy. I try to keep things as simple as possible. Simple can still be hard. It just sounds simple, but I never look for easy. But that's just me. But I'm trying to think more outside the box with things. Instead of looking at a job like, man, how can I just get the most hours, get the most pay with this amount of work? Yeah, but I want to move up. It's not necessarily for the status, more for the money, but it's a mix of everything. And you know what? I went from being a cleaner to I'm working on being a driver. From there, I'm gonna work on either being the safety, like I'm gonna be a mix of what's that, OSHA and HR, or a lead, so maybe hopefully becoming a manager. And this isn't like, oh, just trying to move up and kind of flash status. It's about, man, like, I'm just trying to do more with myself, because I always felt like in a lot of things with myself, I always felt like, oh yeah, my boy can do that, that random person can do it, but I can't do it. They can do it, but I can't do it. I always have that thing in my head, like, oh yeah, anybody who put their mind to it can do it, but I can't do it. And I think I just sold myself short a lot. And I've kind of learned that anything I truly put my mind through, if I study, if I ask for help, if I really try to grow, that I can do it. In very, like, most situations, it can be done. And I truly believe that I can. I truly believe you can. If there's something you want to do out there, you could work at it. Next thing I'm kind of looking into, if I don't stay at this place, I'm also going to look into a new life insurance place to work at, because I actually do have my life insurance for Illinois, Virginia, and Texas. But I'm looking for this one job as CDL, and this is a route I'm thinking about going. I don't know if you can still do it this way, but I'm thinking about getting a CDL, and I don't have thousands to spend. So I was going to get the pamphlet, like the rules of the road, go down to the DMV, go take the written portion. Once I passed that, I would get a permit. So from then, after I get the permit, I would try renting either a U-Haul or I can't think about the name, like a Penske truck. Like, they have CDL size trucks. So I'm not sure if that's always still accepted that way, but that's the way I'm thinking about going to do it. I'll go rent it, park up somewhere, practice driving, maybe pay a friend that has a CDL to kind of go with me for the day, and just kind of you'll give me some pointers, and then take that to the DMV and take my driving test. That's what I'm thinking about doing, because also the place I'm applying for, there's two drivers, so I feel like I'll be able to work with somebody else. I don't have to have all the pressure on me. And for an industry that's hiring a lot and it's thousands of dollars to get your license, I mean, maybe you're in different states, maybe it's different for y'all, but I mean, any CDL, that from my understanding, you're making at least $30, but that's like a starting. I think the one job I'm looking at is $34, and a lot of times people get out early, get to stay on the clock and stuff. So it's one of the reasons why I'm definitely am thinking about the CDL. I'm thinking about getting with eFinancial though for life insurance. I've been hearing some pretty good things with that. And yeah, man, I'm just trying to grow overall. Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard from earlier, man, but I've been in recovery. It's 4/20/25, so it's a little over a year. And you know, sometimes I think for the longest I was just wondering when I would get my miracle. When do things get better? When does everything start just falling in place? When am I happy? And I had to realize that I am the miracle. Me going 24 hours without doing anything was the miracle. Me thinking this would be my life like this, in active addiction, waking up sick, being broke and living a certain way. I thought that was just going to be my life, man. Because when you're living in the moment of things, especially in active addiction, you would just be thinking like, oh, this is me forever. And once I got out of it and stuff, I'm just like, man, this is a miracle. Like, I'm the miracle. It sounds kind of weird to say that, but like it is. And I got to start treating myself that way and start looking at it like, yeah, I'm the miracle, but like I got to actually do something with myself. Like, it was a blessing for me to be able to get off of it, but now I got to start figuring out what I'm going to do so I can be a blessing and help others, because I think that's how I'm going to grow and become the best me. It's going to be helping other people. And I think a lot of it, so I want to help people that are sober curious get sober. And like stray animals, I want to work on rescuing. Eventually, I would actually like to open up an animal sanctuary, multiple rescues, but I want to open up vet offices that are very cheap to free, because I just feel like it's way too ridiculous how much animals are charged for insurance. Like, my cats and my dog doesn't have a job. The cat on the street that is working the block because doesn't have a place to live doesn't have a job. So how is he supposed to pay $1,000 in a vet bill? Right, that's the thing that like gets me. Obviously, the answer is we're supposed to pay it, but I see so many foundations that take in animals and rescue them themselves and try to save the animals, but not a lot of state-funded, city-funded, federal places trying to help animals. It's all the people helping each other, and I feel like that's a beautiful thing. But at the same time, man, it's kind of shitty, the lack of help, especially for animals out there, but also for kids, people in recovery, for elderly, for our vets. It's just, you know, it's a shame. I have nothing else to say, and I just hope one day that I could be on the other side of things and really make a difference for people's lives. And that'd just be my goal. I feel like a lot of people say they want to help people, but they look at the money. I think on a short term, I actually would like to work on trying to get some properties and have a sober living, or have my own like maybe detox center and stuff like that. But I want everything to be true to what my plan is. I feel like some people are just in it for the money, and people be like, yeah, well, it's a business. Just you should be in for the money. Like, you shouldn't. No, like I 100% disagree. Like, you should be in to make the difference. You should be in for good reasons. But when you're doing the right thing, you should be able to also make money. You should be able to make a living. But there's so many people that just do such great things that can't make a living, can't, because they're giving everything they have into trying to make a difference. And, you know, they're just amazing for that. But much love. And if you ever in the car, you want to have your AC on, listen to your boy, use the AC, fuck that other shit, be comfortable. Much love. Y'all have a great day. I appreciate anybody that just kind of follows and especially ask me questions or just help contribute to just getting me out there a little more. Harley like the bike. That's my IG as well. Never see you. If I never see you again, that's all right too. Much love. Have a great day. Peace and love. Ooh, I could get stickers.